With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from Seattle. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 2. The first carry here for Jordan James. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. The tight end in motion right. Now Murray. A quick throw there is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. To throw is Murray. Connects with Kittle underneath.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
The Seahawks 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. They run with McCaffrey off the option. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got the lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Back back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You talk about this Seahawk defense.
And they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, they were advancing the ball. They had a couple first downs under their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving things along. And it gives the defense the early advantage of what's going to be a definitely entertaining battle between these units.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
This is 2nd and 8.
Throwing now is Murray. And his pass incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Murray.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
Able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
To the 25 before it's all said and done.
55 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Derek Hall
in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Murray now to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there's a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
2-2.
Murray now. As he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Had to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm is going forward. Incomplete pass. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They're going to look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Panther 60, ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Christian Watson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to widen their advantage. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now Murray off play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Boye Mafe. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Murray. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Second and 9.
Murray going to throw. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He's certainly forcibly trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And a tackle down after a gain of 3, leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Nifty move. And he is going to have a Niners first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. 1, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got 1 there. option here on 1st and 10.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Third down and 10.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visiting Seahawks who were victorious in that one. So they now look for the sweep here back home in Seattle.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now back to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Here's 3rd and 10.
Mustang 19. Let's go now. Bronco 80. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready.
Back to throw here.
Smith and Jigba with the grab.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Go on, Hurt.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
First down, San Francisco.
Here's Murray. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand. And that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Second and 10.
Bigger. Bigger sofa.
Looking to throw. Murray. He finds his man. Complete. That's Watkins. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. A final shot before half from Murray. He'll try to do it himself. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call it down at the 44.
What a way to start the second half. These guys are showing no signs of letting up. They have a chance to take a decided advantage with this possession.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Ready? Cougar 19. Bronco switch.
Third quarter begins with a run by Walker. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That good for 22 and a first down.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Go! Hey, smash Bronco! 70 Lions! Ready, right?
Walker with another carry. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Now a second and 10.
Let's go! Viking 18! Buffalo 18! 60 Maverick! Warriors 70! Go!
He'll look to throw.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Drop 60, drop 60. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
He'll drop to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
Dragon 60. Tag. 18 Cardinal, 79 Broncos.
Back to throw. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jackson Smith-Njigba from 8 yards out. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now this time he'll look to throw. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Trying to get to the outside. This is McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
From the 42-yard line, here's second down at a yard. Back to throw. Murray. That went out wide and intercepted.
picked up by Ricky Manwari. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. And this defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
And the Niners will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
I should probably sign a head, boy, because I got other heads, boy. All that drink you got to chill. I be on my little mouse drip. All that rapping pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers pay my bills. All the books of me, I thought it made me richer. Wasn't paying me enough, I needed something quicker. So now I'm only legal.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand,
they've intercepted Murray for the third time. And some space here. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's Walker. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kenneth Walker with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
and you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They run with McCaffrey off the option. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Now they contend with a second and 12 after the loss. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
First down, San Francisco.
Looking to throw. Murray. Pass caught by Pearsall. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back to the ground attack here is McCaffrey. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Operating from the gun, Murray. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Murray's got to have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, you're giving a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Second down and 4.
79 Broncos. Come on. 70 Timberwolves. 7 Pirates. Ready, right?
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
60. Mustang 19.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down of the sack. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
60 Bobcat. Ready.
They'll set up a throw. Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
And I think he just wanted to give the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
70 Lions. Warriors, 70. Big. Let's go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
They'll take over 1st and 10 on the 50-yard line.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. James. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
To throw is Murray. Throws quickly. He's got George Kittle. And he's got this down to the 35. 1st down San Francisco. The pickup 14 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And Kittle going to have a 49ers 1st down as he'll get it down inside the 25. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the 49ers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is down to 28-10.
49ers 10. Jake Moody.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game just illustrates how important home field really is. On paper, it didn't look like much of a matchup, but now it's looking like it'll become one of the big surprises of the weekend. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go. Panther 60. Panther.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Now he's going to step up and run. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now
San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Third and 12.
Down. 70 Timberwolves. Cup 19. Cup 19.
They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And that will come the offense as they take over. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. Murray now going to do it himself.
And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a home. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there's a side of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Throwing now is Murray.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Murray now to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
And the Seahawks are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy midfield.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.